What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Ross the Boss coming at you with an all-new Let's Play Europa Universalis 4. We just finished our Malian Conquest here and gained quite a bit of additional land. We are going to retreat our units back into our lands, though I do expect to see quite a bit of uprisings here in the near future. In the meantime, we are converting more and more religions to the one true faith, though they are Sunni religions, so it could be a little bit of a problem. And of course, we are coring some provinces. We do have the ability to invest in new technology. And you know what? I think I am going to do both of those right now, finishing up our defensive idea tree. And of course, once our next idea is completed, we will gain 10% provincial trade power modifier, which is quite nice. Once we begin embracing colonialism, which you can see here if we go to our colonialism map mode, it is slowly spreading to some of these provinces here. And once we begin embracing colonialism, we will, of course, start to massively make investments in our military technology tree, crush the rebellion, or give concession to the commoners. I will 100% take the national tax modifier. And that was very, very bad, but I certainly would not have been able to take out those rebellions. I believe I am going to declare on either one of three provinces, either Mali, Oyo, or France once again. Our truce with France should end in the year 1546, so one additional year from now. Is Austria in any wars? It doesn't look like it. I'm going to take the 10 army tradition hit, which is very bad. I don't want our corruption to grow any more than it already is. But it is nice, our corruption is slowly dissipating. And of course, I believe our 10 ships have been completed. We will rename this fleet to the Civilian Fleet, or Sevilla. And moral prices, we are going to pay this, unfortunately. We are going to improve their influence and loyalty, which is fine. Very soon, I would like to get both of these provinces under core. And I am expecting some uprisings very soon. As soon as we deal with these uprisings, we will try to take out France. Let's fabricate a claim in Oyo. Most likely on Ijibu. And now, for the next 25 years, we have a core, which is very nice. We are still annexing Tlemenken here. It should be done in the year 1564, though I was told 1537 when we first started the annexation. Okay, let's mothball some of our forts, try to save 2.5 ducats. I did rename this trade fleet, but I never did protect trade. We are going to be operating at another loss, which I don't like to do. But that will be fine. We will send you into the Sevilla trade node. Right now, we have 66 ships out of 72, so we aren't actually above our limit anymore. But really, my biggest goal will be to get more trade power out of this node. And having more merchants could be quite nice as well. Having a merchant in the Bordesian trade node, the Genoan trade node, maybe even the English Channel could be quite nice. We'll see exactly what we can do. I would like to take over a lot of Kilwa, a lot of Fiahera too. Though I am a little nervous about all of these uprisings. Now, if I went with religious ideas, we would certainly have more tolerance of the true faith across our entire country, which means, less unrest. Clergy loyalty, we would have dues volt, missionary strength, but of course, if I went with expansion, I could have much more administrative power, diplomatic power, and military power, as well as more, because I would have more money, I would get all of those. Another colonist would mean my provinces would be sped up quite dramatically. Speaking of certain provinces, we could bring you into the West African Trade Company. You can be changed as well. Are you the correct religion? It looks like you are Protestant. Bifida already is. What about these two island nations? Sao Paulo, or Fernando Po, I should say. Sao Paulo is in, obviously, Brazil. Okay. You are part of a trade company. Do we have another merchant yet? It doesn't look like it. One of our advisors has died. Another master recruiter. Very sad. Try to hopefully find another one. And we do have another colonist, so we might start making our way up the coast here. Or possibly even colonizing this province. 601 days. Moving into West Africa could be one of our biggest priorities. Free advisor slot. We have a morale of armies, which actually could be quite useful against France. And you know what? We are going to have to go ahead and declare war very soon. I would like to vassalize all of Brittany, but you know what? I'm not going to do that just yet. And I would like to get a castle here inside this mountainous province, but I believe France is so weak that they're not going to be able to do much at all. Let's go into our coalition map mode. A lot of nations still have some aggressive expansion, so I'm going to let that tick down, at least for the time being. I'm going to improve our relations with the Papal States, though they absolutely hate me, and that's fine. Savoy absolutely hates me. What about Genoa? Can we improve you a bunch? Let's bring you up. I would like to get another diplomat. I really want a lot of things. Did our missionaries finish? Finally finished in Bambouk. And I would like to add you to a trade company, but it doesn't look like that's possible. We will core you. Very soon, the amount of unrest will drop drastically. King's reputation tarnished. We will take the best option, 5 prestige loss. I don't see any uprisings, so it means they were in one of our vassals. Yep, here we go. Aragonese noble rebels. And we're going to have to send some troops up because it doesn't look like Aragon will be able to take care of them on their own. Swellendam will be converted as well. And as soon as we finish converting this gold mine to the one true religion, we will go ahead and produce a core. Possible uprisings here. This could be quite devastating. 15k, 10k, 11k. Not too dangerous. And we do have 55% trade power. Definitely am not going to do this. Let's go to our subject map mode. I see this is at 90% now, so on the first it should go. And I guess very soon, we need over 51%, and we just don't have it. So we might need to move into Oyo here, convert some of these provinces to the trade league. These 18 ships can repair themselves. We are finally starting to gain some ducats. We are at our maximum manpower. So I believe what I'm going to do is might as well produce some additional barracks. As I get, we're at our maximum, but we are going to lose quite a bit of manpower here very shortly. 875 seems like the best option. So gaining about 1,700 manpower, I think that's per year. And we have our first uprising in Cayor here. If we can, let's have Bure here, or Bière, to change to the true core. Now what is nice is once these religions change, we will go ahead and add them to the trade company. So then we don't expect to have any uprisings, at least for the rest of the game. Assuming that we play strategically and correctly. And our colonist is about to arrive. I could declare war on Morocco. We are 80% of the way to finally annexing Tlemcen. And you know what? I hope Aragon is able to take out the rest of these places. Looks like we got an achievement here. Vasa or Wetton. Not too sure what that exactly was. I'll check that and I'll get back to all of you. National tax modifier for the rest of the game, but our stability will cost more. I am certainly going to take that. Oh, I wish I would have read what that was. I believe I still can. These 16,000 troops are moving up. We will add Hermandiglo as a general. Go into our government map mode. Dissolution of the monasteries. Any ecclesiastical property with an annual income below a certain value is henceforth considered government property. Ah. It's very, very cool. So now our tax income has drastically improved. And as soon as we can, I believe I am going... I'm already coring all of these areas, so let's go into our religious map mode and start making our way into some of these areas as well, such as Cantor. And we don't have our other missionary just yet. About to be finished up. And in 21 months, these ivory provinces should be ours. And we are expecting a few more uprisings very soon. And then once these uprisings take place, we'll send our troops back up into Sevilla. Now, I wonder, how much would it cost to produce 16,000 troops? I believe these are 844. Not necessarily the best. I'm going to cancel and cancel. I would like to have a 1024. How much would this cost me? Bure. As you can see here, we did lose a little bit of manpower. Let's, I don't know how much this would cost. Doesn't tell me. 290 ducats. Once I have that income, I will produce some in Iberia here. And we will go to war with France. And I believe we are going to need some sort of fabrication or claim. So we'll send up our spy network. And it looks like just in this battle alone, we lost 10,000 troops. But it was worth it for the rest of the game. These provinces shouldn't be uprising. They have a negative 95% chance to have any uprisings. But of course, they are the correct religion. The separatism will follow. We are cruel. So obviously our king died. It doesn't look like we have any heirs. So if we can, we will send our royal marriage up to England, and we cannot. We do have a royal marriage with Austria, but we essentially have so many. What about Burgundy? Burgundy, we do have a royal marriage here as well. There's not much we can do, at least for the time being. Our corruption is growing. I may have to go ahead and reduce our inflation, but I'll wait for the time being. Castilian Particularis and Cosmoros and Lesser Namaguoland, which I believe are way down here. Yep. And I'm guessing Cosmoland is in Comoros. I guess I really need to learn how to read. Okay, how close are we to finally embracing colonialism? They are starting to make some, starting to embrace colonialism, I should say. It's going to cost me quite a bit of income. But luckily we can ask for contribution right now. And granting new world charters. I'm going to use all of this income very shortly. most likely on 16,000 troops here so they can deal with these noble rebels. I am certainly going to impose a new tariff. That way we have more mercantilism for the rest of the game. And our manpower has dwindled quite substantially. Hopefully we have a new heir. And it looks like we have Isabel, a new queen consort. Our heir is absolute garbage. But I guess anything is better than having a cruel monarch. And as soon as our last cannon is complete, we should be able to hopefully take out these Aragonese nobles. Let's add a 3-2 general and make our way up to the dry lands, or even these grasslands. We now have created our army. Land maintenance modifier and recruitment time have drastically reduced. We are going to get another base production here inside the African province and making our way over to these grasslands. Hopefully Aragon will help us out. Gonna have their morale improve, at least for the time being. Let's do something like this. Split these militaries in half. 4,000 go here, 4,000 go here. That way we can divide and conquer while Aragon here improves its morale. We are down to 25,000 manpower, but of course we are a lot stronger. We have 48,000 troops instead of 32,000. We aren't in any debt, which is nice to see. We do have our uprising here. We'll easily take him out. Gonna have a -1 crossing penalty. And as soon as we can, we are going to make our way in, possibly on the 1st of next month. And it looks like we are going to attack into these hills, which could be quite devastating. Hopefully Aragon helps us out. They aren't moving at all. I'm going to cry if they don't help. These are your rebels. What the hell? Like, what is this? I swear, if my... Why would they not help? They just stood there. Whatever. Alright, let's get these troops out of here. Hopefully send some of these troops back up to Iberia. And as soon as we can, I guess we are going to declare war. For the time being, we're just going to camp out inside these mountains. And I believe my next goal, if we go into our trade goods map mode, I would love to have another iron province, though there is only 14 development. Having this cloth province could be quite nice as well. So let's fabricate a claim on either Bourbon or Languedoc, and I think we're going to go with Languedoc here. And where are my troops from Africa, slowly making their way up? More and more missionaries pouring down into Western Africa. Okay, and I guess we're going to have to take care of these rebels on our own. We have 28,000 troops. We're going to have a -1 crossing penalty. And in one more year, we should begin our annexation of England. If all goes well. Okay, you go here, you go here. We are going to lose a little bit more manpower sieging down these provinces because I don't believe Aragon is going to be of any help. When can we begin our annexation of England? Not for some time, because we do have to improve our relations. Looks like we are a bad monarch. And that would change quite a bit. If I did begin my annexation of England, I would possibly take some of these provinces, and so I could connect my lands, of course. The growth of the printing industry. We haven't even embraced the last technology, which is quite troublesome. Where has the printing industry been spawned? Looks like up here inside Lubeck. Hopefully we can begin spreading down as well. We are lacking quite a bit of manpower, so I don't expect to be going to war for another year or so, or maybe another 5 years. Taking a prestige hit, don't want to lose any stability. I am certainly going to take the extra stability, which is very nice. Now we have less unrest, more missionary strength. We have a lot of extra treasury here. And I swear Aragon is a freaking retard. They went ahead and they accepted the demands, even though they didn't have any. Like, the AI sometimes is so stupid. They had 0 rebels, but because they didn't siege down their provinces, they gave into their demands. We are going to lose 20 loyalty because I am not going to lose any mercantilism. Man, the AI upsets me so much. Like, they didn't help against the rebels, and now that we finally took them out, we lost a ton of my manpower. You know, they just let them win. Like, that really upsets me sometimes. And, alright, well, as soon as we can, we are going to begin my annexation of England. We do need 190 relations. We should gain 69 here from, you know, just improved relations as it is. We have an inquisitor, a trader, and an army reformer. We are getting closer and closer to embracing colonialism. Having some provincial trade power modifiers could be quite nice. How far away are we from our next idea group? Not quite far, but we are going to go ahead and get a new national focus of administrative power. So that way we can start chipping away here at some of these ridiculous costs. All right, well, I am going to go ahead and end this episode here. As always, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in our next episode.